Doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Look at those apples, that cake. You know what made it even better? All made in one cast iron skillet. And it turned out awesome. Y'all check this out. Alright, so let's get started with the cake. First off, we're going to need a couple of apples. These are Honeycrisp apples. I'm going to wash them up, and then I'm going to bring y'all in. We're going to get them chopped up, ready to go. So when chopping an apple, you can core it. You can use one of the core machines if you want to. I like to just come right down the side and just cut it off. And now from here, I can cut it however thin or thick of a slice I want. So I'm gonna chop these up and then I'll bring you back. All right, well, we got our apples chopped up. Notice I did not peel the apples. I like the peel. There is a ton of flavor in the peel of that apple. So I prefer to have it on myself. So you can peel it, you can take them off if you want to. I just prefer to keep the peel on. Now we're gonna get these over in the skillet, get them cooking up, and get ready to go. All right, now let's get some butter in the pan. Just gotta heat it up. We wanna add about 3 tablespoons of butter. All right, now, put the apples in. Quick little stir. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to add about a third of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm using dark brown because I want that nice dark color on the bottom of the cake or top of the cake. We're going to try to flip this thing when it's done cooking. So I'm just taking it off the heat now because I'm done. I've got the apples cooked where I want them. And as you can see, as you probably can't see, all right, so now's when I want to get them off the heat. I don't want them to cook anymore. I've got them where I want them. I love the color. As you can see, that brown sugar and the butter has just all come together and just created a beautiful color on these apples. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to let these sit here. I'm going to smooth them out a little bit. Try to get them all nice and even across the bottom. And then once that's done, we're going to make our cake batter, and then we're going to pour it on, throw it in the oven. All right, for our cake batter, first thing up, we got a half a cup of butter. That's 1 full stick of butter, or just half a cup. And we're going to go ahead and mix that up a little bit and get it a little bit creamy. All right, now to this, we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar. We're going to mix that in. All right, now we're going to add in 2 eggs. All right, at this point, I want to scrape my bowl. Just want to push everything down so it can get mixed in well. Now I want to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, all right, now 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I have that mixed together in here. I sifted it into here. I'm going to add this a little at a time, so it's going to be a little bit of flour, and then I also have 3/4 of a cup of milk, and I'm just going to add a little bit at a time, and I'm going to alternate. A little bit of flour. One final scrape. All right, now we're ready to add that to our apples and get it in the oven. Guys, I don't know if y'all can tell, but that's a different pan. I started off with this one. See the difference in size? Well, I didn't check beforehand. That one will not fit in my oven. That's how small this oven is that I have here. Apples are ready. Now, just pour the cake batter right over the top. I've got the oven already preheated. I got it preheated at 350. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. So now into the oven. And we're just going to cook this till we can just stick a toothpick in that cake and it's done. Cake is done. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour. I'll turn the oven off. Let's get it out. Alright, now we are going to just let that sit. And we're going to let that cool off a little bit. And then we'll see y'all back here to get it out of there. Okay, so here's the thing. I've never tried to flip a cake before and put it onto a plate. So this is going to be a first for me. I hope it works out. I've got a plate that fits inside here nice. I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how it goes. So bear with me. And I went ahead and took a knife and went around the outside edge. So now let's see if we can get it to work. Look at that. That's unreal. I'm super happy with how they turned out. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay folks, as you can see, the cake turned out awesome. That's the first time I've ever tried to flip one. It's actually the first time I've ever made this cake, my own scratch recipe for a cake batter, and it turned out great. So now we're gonna cut a few slices here, and we're gonna give it a taste test. Get this pie cake slice picker upper thingy. All right, now give it a try. A little bit of apple, a little bit of cake. Super moist. Really delicious. Another bite. That's so good. I'm probably going to add a little cinnamon to the apples. I just didn't want to. Sometimes you put a little too much that can overpower, and I just didn't want the cinnamon in it. Well, folks, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to go sit and enjoy this cake. We're both going to go sit and enjoy the cake. And as always, from my family to yours, thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think about the video. We'd love to have you join us on our journey. And we're just here trying to show you why cooking is amazing, bringing you different recipes every week. Love y'all. God bless.